Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge Reviews.
So what we're using is the Hans the Butcher, the Camp Happy Trails, which I recommend for the first one. We got Laura with her health marker and all the cards set up. Our event deck over here tells us that the victim furthest from the killer, which will probably be this one right now, will be known as the damned. Whenever the killer must choose a target, he must go towards the damned. You can only save the damned if it's the last one saved, and if he gets to it, the bloodshed goes up too. So that's what we're doing over here for the event that came out for this game. The first thing you're going to do on a turn is just going to be the action phase. So you can use any cards that you have in your hand. Each card is going to have a time requirement. Now in the first round, these are all going to have a 0 time requirement. But later on in the game, you're going to be able to purchase ones that will have different time requirements. And we'll get to that in a second. So we can just kind of play our cards for what they do. So when the game starts, you're going to have 2 walk cards, which are simple, allow you to walk around. Focus, which is going to decrease the track up there, potentially to give you more dice. A small weak attack, and a short rest. So what we're going to do first is we're going to play a focus down. What this is going to do is allow us to roll the dice. On this chart over here, if you're in the white, you're going to get 2 dice. If you get down here to the red, you're going to have 1 dice. If you go up here to the green, you're going to have 3 dice. And if it ever pushes off here, you're going to gain a time. If he ever gets pushed off this side, which is negative, the bloodshed will go up, which will make it harder it'll make it harder on the players, and he will have more movement and more attack as he progresses on. So what the focus is going to do, this little icon, is going to decrease this horror if I succeed. That's what I'm going to try to do, and I'm going to try to get up to the more dice. So I'm going to give this right here, and currently I have 2 dice. I'm going to set these aside, and I'm going to roll 2 dice. 5 and a 6 is an automatic hit. 1 or a 2 is a miss, but if I have 3 or 4, I can discard 2 cards from my hand. So I rolled a 5 and I rolled a 1. So I get 1 hit and 1 miss. I can't change that. So if you look here, this would be 2 successes, 1 success, and no successes. So I had 1 success, which means I'm going to move this down 1, and time is going to go down 1. So you always start out with 6 time unless you're playing the extra hard mode. So now I only have 5 time left. This will go into my discard pile, and I've utilized that card. Now, I want to try to play another focus card, and I'm going to try it again because I want to get that down into the green and get more dice. I think it's a good strategy at the beginning of the game. So I'm still going to be in the 2 dice section. Oh, I rolled a 5 and a 6, which is 2 successes. Now I go to the 2 success, which allows me to move this tracker down 1. So I'm getting close. But it also gains me 2 time, and that's good. Because anytime I don't use it at the end of the round, I'm going to be able to purchase cards with them. So that card is finished. Now, I'm looking down here on this board, if you can see it. I'm going to try to put it into focus just a little bit. And what this board's going to tell me is where these items are at. So these items are at certain locations on this board. So the knife is up at the cabin. So if I want to get the knife, I'd have to go over here to the cabins. If I want to get the lucky rabbit foot, it tells me it's right here in the utility shed. So what I'm going to try to do is walk around the board because I want to start trying to save some of these people and hopefully help out what I'm trying to do. Now, the goal of the game is to defeat Hans. I'm going to take all of his health away before he takes all of my health away. So I'm going to play a walk. Once again, if you look on the chart up here, I only have the 2 dice still because I haven't gone down. So I'm going to roll my 2 dice, a 6 and a 3. So those are the cards that I have. So I have 1 success. But I think I want to move 2 spaces. So I'm going to give up. You look here on the 3, once again, it has a symbol of 2 cards, which means I can dismiss 2 cards. I don't think I'm going to attack or rest this time. I'm already at full health, and I'm not going to be near the bad guy yet. So I'm going to discard these 2 cards to make this a success. So instead of having 1 success, I'm now going to have 2. That allows me to move up to 2 spaces and give up 1 time. So I'm going to move my time tracker down. 1 up there, and I'm going to move 2 spaces, and there's little markings on here. I want to move over into the dock because at some point I'm going to want to search over here and possibly get an item. So I'm going to discard this. I do have 1 more card left, but I'm kind of where I'm at, where I want to be, and I can't search. So I'm just going to hold on to this card in my hand. I do not have to use all of the cards that are in my hand. Once you're done, you'll move into the planning stage. What this means is I'm going to look up here on my handy dandy chart here, and it will tell me how much time I have left. I have 6 time remaining. That means I can purchase cards that are up here based on how much time I have. So let's say, for example, I wanted to purchase this Critical Blow. I have 6 time. I could buy just this one card and it would go into my hand. Maybe I'd want to get that search, because remember on my next turn I'm probably going to want to search. Well, this would cost me 2 time. This would go back into my hand. So let's say I purchased this card for 2, and I'm going to move this down 2, leaving me 4 remainder time in order to purchase something. Well, another card I might want to get is let's see here, a Close Call, perhaps, because what a Close Call does, it allows me to re-roll dice. If I don't like one of my dice rolls, I could possibly re-roll it. So I'm going to buy that for 1 additional time. And then maybe I'll get another Close Call. I do like having cards that allow me to re-roll. That costs me another time. I have 2 time remaining. Now, if I don't spend my time, it's wasted. Just like in real life, you can't save your time. So I'm going to look for something with 2. There's a guard that would allow me to ignore wounds. I don't think he's going to quite get over to me at the dock right now. So I'm just going to get another search. It's always good to have another search. And that will be all of the time that I have. So I am done purchasing cards. Any of the cards I spent that turn will go back over here. And all the ones I spent were 0, so they go there. I can't use them again next turn. When we get back to the purchase ones, I can pick up all the 0s for free. So what I have in my hand for next round are the cards I purchased and the 1 card I did not use. And any cards I had used would now be replaced back up there for purchase in the next round. Then we're going to reset our time to 6. Every round you're going to have at least 6 time. Then we're going to come down here and resolve the killer action. So we'll come down to this board down here where Hans is at, and we will utilize his action. Now the majority of these bad guys are going to have the same action. If they're in the location with a victim or the final girl, they're going to kill that person. As you can see, the killer is here by himself, so he's not going to kill anybody at this time. So that action will not occur. Now we will take the top card of the Terror deck, and we will do what it says. Minor Dark Power, Unholy Speed. Han moves 1 additional space for each boot. So this is like an ongoing power that he's going to have. So he's going to have 1 boot extra every time he moves, and 2 additional hearts. And once he takes the first 2 hits, this will go away. So he's a little bit quicker. We'll put this right here so we can always utilize his powers when he's moving. But the terror things, they might move people around the board. They might move the victim. So now we go back up to the top, and we're going to play our next action cards. And I am here at the dock, and I kind of wanted to search. That's why I purchased this card. So let's see if I can roll the 2 dice, and perhaps we'll do a successful search. I got a 4 and a 5. So with 1 success, I could just take the top item. Or we had 2 successes, take the top 2 items, choose 1, place the other on top or face down. I don't want to waste any more of my cards right now, so I'm just going to take the top item. I'm in the docks, which means I'm going to get a bear trap. So I'm going to put this card down in my play area, signifying that I've already played it. It would cost me 1 time to play that, so I'm down to 5. But now I have the bear trap. Let's see what it does. Spend 2 time to place a bear trap token in your space, not the lake. If the killer enters a space with the bear trap, discard the token and immediately end the killer phase. The killer receives 2. So I need to find a good location to put this in. But for now, I'm going to put that in my backpack and not utilize it. I'm going to wait, try to find a good location where I can possibly do some damage to him. Now, additional cards I have is another search. I don't know that I want to search again. But since I'm already at the dock, let's do it. So I'm going to give up this search. I'm going to roll 2 dice here. I got 1 success and 1 miss. So once again, it's going to cost me 1 time. And I'm just going to pull the top item off the deck. This time, I don't get to know what it is. It's Lucky Dice. Discard or reroll any or all of your dice. That's pretty nice. So I'm going to put that in my backpack. And I'll have that at my disposal if I ever want to do a reroll. That leaves me with a few more cards. I got a walk, some close calls. I think I might do a walk, maybe try to get over to one of the victims and see if I can save them. So I'm going to give up that, and let's roll the dice and see what happens. 2 misses. Now, how bad do I want to walk? 'Cause I have some rerolls I could use. I have my close calls I could utilize. But you know what? I don't think I want to walk that much, and I want to save these for a fight. So I'm going to hold off there. Now, if you look at the top, I have 4 time. So now that I'm ending my turn, I'm keeping these cards in my hand for next turn. I am going to spend 4. So the first thing I do is pick up all the zeros. So all the cards that I used last time that were zeros, those are free. I immediately get those back into my hand. But I want to spend 4. I think I want to try maybe to get a strike card. Maybe I should start going after him. So it's going to cost me all 4, but I want to get one of these cards in my hand. So I'm going to spend all 4, which will end my purchasing. The cards that I spent that time, the zeros will go there. The searches will go back. Once again, I can't buy them this time because I just used them. And then this will reset back up to 6. Then I'm going to take the killer's action, which is kill anybody in a spot. Nobody's there. So that really helped me out. And then I'm going to do this. He just came out of nowhere. Place Hans with the furthest target possible. The furthest target possible is this one. I'm also going to get a hockey face, which will move him up on the horror track. He just scared the heck out of somebody. And then draw the next terror card. That is brutal. So he just keeps coming. I'm going to move up on that track again because of the hockey face. So all that work I did in the first round, I guess, is paying off. He will move towards a target or final girl. He's already there with a target, which is also our event for the game, which is the Vengeance. That was the one that was furthest, is now the Damned. So he's going to kill that person. When you kill a victim, it is just 1 hit. So he's going to kill that person, which will move him up on the bloodshed. But it can only be saved if it's the last victim. The Damned dies plus 2 bloodshed. So he's going to get an additional bloodshed. 1 for killing him and then plus 2. So he's going to go up 3 spaces. And then the Damned, this will be over with. This event will be over because he just killed him that quickly. If anybody was in his location, they would just have to take off, but they're not. Ooh, that's 2 terror cards. That also speeds the game up. So not a good turn for me. We rearranged the items, so we're ready to go on to the next turn. And I'm getting pretty close to him, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a walk over there and see if I can do some damage to him. So I'm going to roll. Because my focus went up, I still only got 2 dice. But you know what I'm going to do? I really need to walk. So I'm going to go ahead and utilize my lucky dice. I'm going to give up that item and do a complete reroll here. And I got 3s and a 4. So I really only need to move 1 space. So that's going to cost me 1 time. And I need to give up 2 cards. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to give up my 2 focus cards. I'm going to give these up to move 1 space. Because remember, the dice have 2 cards on it. So that means I have to give up 2 on a 3 or 4. I'm going to move 1 space. So now I'm in the location with the killer. Let's try a Furious Strike. Let's try this. So I'm going to roll 2 dice. I got a 6 and a 4. So right now I have 1 success, which would end my turn immediately. I kind of don't want to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play one of my close calls. After any horror roll, reroll any 1 die. Or I could spend 2 time to reroll all of them. But I only want to reroll 1. So I'm going to re-roll the 4 and hope I get a 5 or 6, which I did. So that gives me my 2 successes. That's going to take 2 hearts away from him, eliminating his health a little bit. It will also decrease the horror. He's not so scary now that I put Furious Strike on him. And I will have utilized that. So there you go. That leaves me with a short rest, re-roll, weak attack. I don't need to rest because I'm at full health, which I won't be after he attacks me. So I'm going to go ahead and try to do a weak attack. Just because I'm there, and I kind of left myself without the ability to move. So, maybe not the best move. So I do get 1 success, and I can give up 2 cards if I wanted to. I don't think I want to. So I'm just going to take the 1 success, which will do 1 hit to him, but also 1 hit to me. So my health went down a little bit. I'm okay with that because I do have a short rest that maybe I could use in the future. So the weak attack will be utilized. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to use my short rest and roll 2 dice and see if maybe I can get that back. 2 successes. So I can get 2 health, but I'm already at my max with just 1. So the good roll did not pay off for me, but I have to use my short rest. I don't have any reason to use this close call, so I'm going to hold on to it for next round. If you look up here in the tracker, I have 5 time, which means I can buy a 5 card. I got the long rest, maybe. Well, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up this Retaliate card. I like this card quite a bit. Now, it only costs 4, and I have 5, and there's no 1. So I'm going to pick up the zeros from last time and the 4. And I'm just going to waste that extra 1 I had. So reset that to 6. The zeros will come back over. Furious Strike comes back out. The close call comes back out. the walk, the focus, and the focus. Those will all be available next time. And don't forget, I have my power. Whenever you're in the same space as an enemy and inflict damage, do additional damage. So I forgot to do that. So I think I should have done 2 more damage to Hans, what I should have done with her, because I attacked him twice. So we'll go ahead and make that fix. And then we'll resolve the killer's action. Now he's in my location, so he is going to stab me for 1 damage, which is fine. But I'm going to play Retaliate. There's a couple cards, the Retaliate and the Guard, that I could, if I had them, that I could play when he is attacking me. I don't have the Guard, but I got the Retaliate on purpose, if you remember. So let's roll those dice and see what I can get there. Okay, I got a 4 and a 1. So the 4 could be a hit if I discard 2 cards. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to give up my close call. It's kind of a risk on my part. And I am going to give up 2 time, and I'm going to re-roll both of these dice. And I got the same result. Well, I don't have 2 cards to give up, so I missed, and I get nothing for my Retaliate. So I took a risk there. It did not pay off. So he is going to hit me for his 1, and I will take that damage. Then we will do the top terror card. And it says, oh, another power. Hans has additional 1 for each attack, and he has 2 more damage. Oh, so that first 2 damage he took, I should put those back because this should have been attacked first, so his extra movement would go away. We'll put that in the discard pile. So this round, we're only going to have the walk cards, all we're going to have. And we're going to have to try to run from him. So let's play the walk card and roll my 2 dice and see if I can run away. Nope, I failed, so I have to stay there. This is going to be rough, so I can pick up all my zeros, and I have 4 time to play with here. Oh, no, I missed. Oh, so when you fail with the walk, move up to 1 space, I can give up a heart and 2 time. Or just 2 times. So I'm just going to give up just 2 time. I'm not going to I'm not going to take the hit, which allows me to have 2 time left to purchase. And I think I'm going to pick up the Guard. I think I need to protect myself a little bit here, so I'm in the location with him. Then we put the zeros over. Retaliate will come back out, and we'll put Close Call out. This will reset to 6. Then he will attack in his location. I have the Guard. So let's try it. Let's see if we can do anything. 1 success. Reduce the attack by 2. Right now he's attacking for 2. If you can see right there. Plus an additional 1 for here. So I'm going to take 1 damage. 1 damage. I have to give up my Guard. No. And then we will do a terror card for him. He's just standing there. So he'll add 2 to this, which moves that up to 5. He will also move towards the final girl or target. But since he's already there with me, he's just going to stay there. Nobody was attacked in this play, so we'll go to the next round. So let's see what we can do here. I'm going to attack him before I move. So let's try to attack him here. I'm still on the 2 dice. Oh, and I got 2 successes. That's great. So that does 1 attack and no damage. So we are going to attack him once on his additional hit. And that will go in here with the Guard. Now, I am going to attempt to rest so I can heal up a little bit. Let's get 2 of these. 1 and a 3, I give up 2. So I'm going to give up the 2 focus to make that 2 successes. And I will heal twice, getting back up to full health. And that leaves me with a walk. Do I want to try to run from him? Yeah, let's try to run. So let's see what I can get here. Misses. And I got nothing. So I have to stay where I'm at. Okay. So he's going to attack with his power on the back of his card for 3. I got nothing. But let's see what's going to happen here first. So I can pick up this card. I'm going to have 6 time. Oh, nothing. If I get nothing, that means I lose 2 health. So I'm going to have 4. I'm going to grab a Guard for 2. And I have 2 left over. Let's try a sprint. I need to get out of there. So I'm going to, that'll be my 4. I'll reset this to 6. And then he'll attack me for 3. I do have my Guard. I just purchased. So let's try to roll for that. Double misses. Reduce hit by 1 to a minimum of 1. Okay, so he's going to only hit me for 1 this time because of my Guard. but I have to give it up. And these would all have to go back over here. And then let's pull a tarot card. See what happens. He's just standing there again. So he's going to move up twice. And this is now going to reduce my dice down to 1. He's going to move towards me. I'm already there. So, not a good turn for me. But that tarot deck is running out. I got a sprint and a walk. So let's try the sprint. See if I can get a heck away from him. Rolling 2 dice. Oof. I don't have 2 dice to give up. Okay. So I'm going to fail. I can move a space for 2 time and a heart. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to move 1 space, give up a heart, and 2 time. Because I really, really need to get away from him. And then I'm going to spend 2 time to place this bear trap, this item that I got earlier. I'm going to place the bear trap where I am at. And the bear trap is going to go into my location. And I'm going to leave this off to the side just in case he's able to move in there. That's going to leave me with 1 walk card, which I'm going to hold on to and kind of hope he is able to enter into my location. Okay. So I'm going to pick up all the zeros from last time. And then I will have 2 to purchase here. I think I'm going to get me another guard in case he comes after me. And that will reset that. He is going to kill anybody's location, but nobody's there. So then we will do a terror card, which means he is going to move this up again. But because we're already at the limit, this blood is going to go up. And because we're there, it's going to go up again. Because we hit this marker right here, which will bring out his Dark Obsession. Whenever Hans attacks you at least once, he attacks additional time. So he's about to get very brutal on me. He's going to move towards the final girl or victim, which will always be the final girl. But he's going to move in where the bear trap is at. So he's going to activate that. If he enters the space, immediately end the killer phase, and he receives 2 wounds. So the first wound will get rid of this additional hit that he's doing to me every time. And then 1 additional one. And it immediately ends the killer's turn. So he cannot go any further. And he will not attack me due to this card. So that ended up being a pretty good card for me. So it's back to my turn. Since I'm there with him, I might as well do a weak attack. Oh, these have to go back over. The sprint and the guard. So we will do the weak attack. Nope, but I need a reroll them really bad, and I don't have one. Bummer for me. So this says if I miss, I lose a heart, and my turn ends immediately. So that was kind of the worst possible thing that could have happened to me. But it happened. So I'm going to pick up the 0 from last time. I'm going to have 6. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy the critical blow. I really need to get this up. So I'm going to purchase that. Hope for the best. Put the weak attack back over. He's going to attack me in his location for 3 hits, which I can't do anything about. I don't think I have anything in here. Walk. Oh, I got a guard. So let's play the guard and hope for the best. Okay, so I can give up 2 cards here. I will give up my focuses. It says reduce the hits by 1 to a minimum of 1. So he's going to take 1 damage from me. Okay. And then we will do a terror card. Oh, whenever he attacks you at least once, he attacks an additional time. So I guess he'll attack again, which I can't do anything about. I got nothing here. So the last thing I'll do is I flip this over to see if it's anything that saves me, but it's blank. It's nothing. So I've lost. And Hans has destroyed Lori and threw her into the lake and done unspeakable things. And that's all you can do. So that's kind of how you play it. It's a quick playthrough. I didn't do very well, but I tried. I made a couple mistakes, which I was able to fix on the fly. And I hope it all was clear and kind of makes sense about how the game works. Thanks for watching. If you like it, please subscribe and let me know how you thought about it and comment on the game below. Thanks for watching.